Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. Just kidding, there's nobody watching this right now because it's my first video. Aww. Anyway, we have a big topic to discuss today, Call of Duty Zombies. So, why has Cod Zombies fallen off? If I had to boil it down to 4 things. Number 1, it's not scary anymore. Number 2, it's too easy. Number 3, there's a massive lack of content. And number 4, it's just not the same. So, it's not scary. Why? Well, there's no 2-hit zombies. The weapons are a lot stronger. Maps aren't designed with horror in mind anymore. Like, they are very open space, very colourful and vibrant these days. That's what I would say for number 1. Number 2, it's too easy. So, ever since Black Ops 3, they added a sliding feature, and it's been with Call of Duty Zombies ever since. And sliding is a very effective way to get around the map. It's almost too effective for zombies, right? Because they're not that fast. I mean, before sliding, training was a skill. It really was. If you could train zombies, it was a skill. And that was a nice skill to have if you were good enough. But now anyone can do it. All you have to do is slide. In a tight corner, slide and get out of there. There's no bunny hopping. It's just less skillful. In my opinion, anyway. That's my opinion. Some people can disagree, and that's fine. So, sliding made it a lot easier. I would also say it being very vibrant and open space would make it a lot easier to see oncoming enemies, and it took away from that horror aspect. And I know that ties into point number 1, but still I'd mention it in point number 2. And also the parkour. So, ever since BO3 up to Cold War and Vanguard, they added parkour elements. I mean, you could climb over objects, you could wall run, just another way to evade zombies. So that made it a lot easier. And I think those kind of elements are just unnecessary, really. So number 3, a lack of content. Now, this really just boils down to the most recent Call of Duty zombie experiences. Like, I would say Vanguard, right? Vanguard is fucking terrible. I mean, there is no content. I mean, there's been like 1 or 2 maps? Like, what the fuck is that about? And that brings us on to number 4. It's not the same. And this is especially true for the later Call of Duty Zombies experiences like Cold War and Vanguard. So the exfil system, I want to talk about that. I like the idea and I don't mind it at all. I just think you should not be able to exfil round like 10 or whatever it was. You can exfil very early on in that game. And it should be, the minimum round should be 50, in my opinion. You should have to at least get to round 50 before you can exfil. It would make it so much more rewarding. And yeah, you can spawn in with your own weapons that are customized. And like, you have these like specialist abilities that are like, what? That's the fucking stupid. It makes it so easy. I mean, I remember you could spawn in with a knife that was like the equivalent of a Bowie knife right off the rip. Like, just really making it way too easy and oversimplifying things. It's not okay. Like, tearing down the fundamentals, that's not a good way to go about it. You don't, fix something that's not broke. Then you have Easter eggs. In Cold War and Vanguard, I mean, it literally, a noob playing his first playthrough can do his Easter egg. I mean, it literally shows you step by step on the screen what you need to do. Like, I mean, that's just fucking stupid in my opinion. The great thing about Easter eggs was finding the clues, because it was such a difficult thing to achieve. And I'm sure the hardcore fans can agree with me on that one too. So, where did they go wrong? Where did Treyarch go wrong? I really believe we need to start pointing our fingers at Black Ops 3. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Black Ops 3, and as a zombies experience on its own, when you look at it, it is amazing, right? I mean, the content that we got in Black Ops 3 was absolutely amazing. I mean, nothing even comes close to it. It shits on all of the COD zombie games in terms of the content and arguably the replayability. But I'm just saying that Black Ops 3 set some things in motion. It took zombies on a different path. I'm not saying it's a bad zombies experience because I really enjoy it. Now, what does World at War, BO1 and BO2 have that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 doesn't? Black Ops 3 doesn't have two-hit zombies. It doesn't have realistic weapons. It doesn't have maps designed with the horror aspect. Zombies are weaker. You can slide to avoid them, so that brings in some parkour elements. Weapons were stronger, and that's where BO3 changed the course of zombies. It got rid of that scary element. It made it slightly more easy, and every COD Zombies experience since that one has just continued down that road of making it more easy and more of a fun experience, not a horror, scary, gritty experience. I mean, this is self-evident. If you just look at the maps and how they evolve and change over time, you can see that the points I'm making are true. Now, a point can be made for BO2, right? Because BO2 does have vibrant colours, but that scary factor is still there. You had, you know, the denizens, you had the fog, you had the two-hit zombies, the weaker weapons, you know, there was no sliding. So, you know, you really felt the boots on ground sort of, you know, vibe to it that made it difficult. Now again, I love Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's great. It's just that's where things took a turn, and it was the turn of making things easier. And I truly believe Treyarch can still make a great zombies experience if they look back at World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, adopt the scary element from there, the two-hit zombies, remove the parkour, bring back the horror map design, the scary ambient noises, all of that, bring back the atmosphere, and they can make a great zombies experience. A scary one, back to how it used to feel. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree with me, because I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, and please tell me if I'm wrong. It's just the way I see this, and I could be wrong. I am a long-time Zombies fan. I've been playing since 2010. That's all I really have to say. So yeah, anyone who does see this video, fucking subscribe. What are you doing? Come on now.